Hello, hello, hello. Um, okay, hello guys. Nice to meet you. I am the teacher Nicholas. I am going to be your teacher during this level number 6. Today is your first class, your first video class. We can say like that. Today is a Wednesday, and today is 8 July. Okay, so every day, I will explain later today in the class, but every day I am going to record a video with the class explanation, and beside the video, I am going to send some activities, and these activities are going to be developed in the next class. Okay, so how is this is how the our class is going to work during this level. Okay, so first you have to watch the video. After watch the video, you have to make the activities related to the video, and the next class, the next day, you and me, we are going to check the activity together. All right, so okay, so welcome to your level number 6. I hope you are okay, taking care of the coronavirus in your house, and welcome. Okay, so today I am going to share my screen. This is this is your class for today. Yeah. Okay, so today we are going to talk about, this is today's class, no? um, English level 6, 8 July, class, English class. Okay, that will be the first class for today. The topics that we are going to check today, the topics that we are going to check today are vocabulary. We are going to learn some vocabulary related with newspaper. Yeah. And also we are going to check the use of the passive voice in the simple present. Okay. So those are the two topics for today class. Okay. Okay. We are going to start with the topic number 1. Yeah. Topic number 1. Vocabulary. Vamos a aprender vocabulario related to newspaper. Okay. So what is a newspaper? A newspaper, normally our parents, yeah, maybe our parents, my father likes to read the newspaper. My father-in-law likes to read the newspaper. The newspaper is the physical paper that we read uh, in order to check the news, check the information about different topics in your country, in your city, or around the world. Okay, so today it's more common to read the newspaper online. Yeah, so probably you have a El Tiempo subscription, no, which is, and you can read the newspaper uh, in paper, or you can read the news on your computer. So it depends, okay? Some people prefer the paper, some people prefer the online newspaper, okay? Well, in my case, I am going to repeat something that Andres Calamaro said, the singer. He said something very nice about this thing, no? The reporter say, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the newspaper, the paper, the physical, or do you prefer to read online the newspaper? And Calamaro said, like, in my case, I prefer to read the physical paper because in the physical newspaper, you don't have the comments, no? Remember, online, well, if you read the newspaper online, you can make comments, no? Online comments in the newspaper. In the physical paper is not possible. And that answer to me was genius, because I agree, no, with the comments you can change your point of view so easy. Without the comments is your interpretation, which is better. Okay, so that is the first topic for today, vocabulary related with newspaper. Okay, the most famous newspaper in Colombia is El Tiempo, is the most famous, but also we have El Espectador, We have La Silla Vacía. We have Que Hubo, no? Those are newspaper, no? Que Hubo, El Espacio para los from my generation, El Espacio in the old times, etc., etc. Okay, those are the most common in Colombia. We are going to check the different types of newspaper. Okay, different types of newspaper. So first we have the tabloids, no? The tabloids are like gossip newspaper, not very serious, no? Related with fashion. For example, a tabloid very famous in the world is the Daily Mail, no? In England, is a tabloid. Well, it's related with gossip. You know what is gossip? Like rumors, rumors about famous people, rumors, no, not real information, only rumors. That is the meaning of gossip, okay? So newspapers that are not very serious, no? So be careful, no? The media, you have to check what is the media you are checking, no, to understand the news. So be careful with that, no. We have to check very good sources, because in these moments fake news, que es otro tema, fake news are like full in the network, no, online. So we don't know what is the real information. That's why it's important to read a serious newspaper, no, if you want to say something, okay. Well, I mean, if you want to say something related with a news, so please check if the news is true or false, okay? Before you read it, or before you say something, okay? Entonces tenemos el tabloid, no, which is gossip, broadsheets, no, which is newspaper printed on large sheets, which are usually considered more serious. The broadsheets are like more serious newspaper. No, El Tiempo is a broadsheet. The Times in the United States is a broadsheet. Well, in England, the BBC News, no, is the broadsheet. Okay. And now we have the frequency, no, the frequency of the emission of a newspaper. We have daily. El Tiempo is daily. Weekly. Realmente weekly, that will be, I don't know, maybe El Espectador. Monthly newspapers, okay? So we have a newspaper every day, a newspaper every week, or a newspaper every month, no? That is the frequency of the printed, no? We have also quarterly newspapers, which is newspapers printed every 3 months, no? That's what the name, quarterly. Heavy newspapers, so newspapers with serious content, like very controversial, we can say. Gutter press, no, that's very famous. Newspapers which focus on sensational journalism, often about the lives of famous people. So this one, we can say tabloids and gutter press are similar, yeah, because they talk about rumors or not serious news, not serious information, okay. We have the periodical newspaper, a newspaper or magazine published at regular intervals. So periodical means like could be every 2 months or every 3 months or every 6 months, I don't know. We have the local or regional newspaper, which is a newspaper which contains news from a particular area. For example, we have newspapers in the neighborhoods, no? In some neighborhoods, algunos barrios. We have newspapers. Also, we have newspapers in cities, no? Las ciudades, cada una tiene su newspaper, okay? So it depends. Y el national newspaper, a newspaper which contains news from the whole country, okay? So those are the types of newspapers we can find and the way we can say in English, okay? Por ejemplo, tabloid es como un amarillismo, tabloid newspaper, broadsheet, más serio, ¿no? Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, heavy newspaper, gutter press, periodical, local, regional newspaper, and national newspaper, okay? So very simple. In the activity number 1, Aquí vamos a hacer la actividad, la primera actividad. ¿Listo? Please provide an example for each kind of newspaper in the next chart. Entonces, denme un nombre de un tabloid, uno que sea tabloid, uno que sea broadsheet, uno que sea weekly, uno que sea gutter press, uno que sea local or regional newspaper, national newspaper here, ¿no? Okay, entonces escriben los nombres. No tiene que ser el solo en Colombia, ¿no? Pueden mirar periódicos de cualquier parte del mundo, ¿ok? Easy, no more. Just the name of the newspaper, and that's it, ¿ok? All right, vamos a ver el contenido. ¿Qué trae un periódico? Newspaper content. ¿Listo? ¿Ok? The newspaper, es newspaper en el periódico, vamos a encontrar los headlines. ¿Ok? ¿Qué es un headline? Is a heading or title appearing at the top of the page or article, like the picture, okay? So this is the headline, yeah? Jobless claims rise, eso se le llama el headline, okay? So that's in English, all right? The headline, título allá grandote, all right? Then we have columns, the news that it's printed in vertical columns rather than taking a whole page. No, we have like, sorry, in one page of the newspaper, and we have columns, okay? So different columns. So like in the picture, we have here the man, and we have two columns, and here is another column. So different reporters writing in different columns, okay? That's the way in Spanish is similar, no? Columns. Okay, this one is very, very nice. I'm joking, it's not very nice. The obituaries. They are not very famous in these days, no? Because the people don't like to publish the dead people, no? But in the past, it was very common, no? A lot of people like to do the obituaries there, no? So what is the obituaries? Is the section in the newspaper about people who have recently died, no? Here is an example in the picture, no? Charles Palmero passed away at his home on Thursday, January 4, at the age of 82. He leaves behind his wife, Barbara, 56 years old, son Stefan, daughters Kimberly and Warren, and Irene Richardson. So yeah, sorry, Charles Palmero, rest in peace. I don't know, this is quite old maybe. Okay, the next section of the newspaper is the horoscope. Very famous section. In the section of the newspaper about the star signs and zodiac signs, which foretell the future, no? So here we have an example: Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius. Aquarius, personalities don't change much over the course of a lifetime. Today's fashions won't look the same next week. Be patient with someone who says they've seen it all before. Some trends are circular in nature. Okay, thank you, Mr. Horoscope. Okay, the next section is the weather report section. The climate report section. A section in the newspaper for weather forecasts, predicciones de clima, weather forecasts. Example, the weather for today, 79 degrees, for tomorrow, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, no? This is Fahrenheit, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, etc. The next section, very famous, business section, okay? The business section or economy section or finance section, like in the picture. A section in the newspaper with business news, yeah? So everything related with the world of business. Okay, the next one is international or world news section. Okay, so the news of all the world, different than Colombia in this case. A section in the newspaper which focuses on news from abroad, no? News from the United States, news from Europe, news from other countries, okay? And this is an example. News of the world, talk about rain, sky fell in blah, blah, etc. Okay, so it's a news from other parts of the world. Okay, then we have this vocabulary, caption. What is a caption? It's an explanation or title teaching a picture or cartoon, yeah, for example. So I have a picture and down the picture, I have small letters, or not small letters, like a small information about the picture. So that is called in English caption. And here is in the circle, no? Jen, who started life at 3 pounds and a few ounces, needed to be fattened up. Didn't mother do a good job? So that will be the caption, okay? A small information next to the picture, okay? All right, the next important part of the newspaper is the letter to the editor, a section in the newspaper for people to express their views to the editor of the newspaper. And here we have an example, no? Letter to the editor. Dear editor, blah, blah. When you don't like some news or when you think the news are not correct, you can write a letter, formal letter to the editor. The next one is a special feature, which is something, a special story in the newspaper, something different, okay? So, for example, Hace 50 años is my favorite section in the newspaper. It's a special, no? It's a special section. It's different than the other ones, and talks about events of the past. No, what happened in this same day? I don't know, 50 years ago or 100 years ago, exactly in the same day, but before, no, in the past. I love it. Yeah. Otra que me encanta, the comic strip, no? A cartoon series in the newspaper. Mafalda is the most famous comic strip. El Fantasma, that was my favorite when I was a little in the newspaper. El Fantasma is a comic strip, a short story, graphic story, with a nice message, sometimes like Mafalda. Okay. The next one is the advice column. No, it's a column in the newspaper where advice is given to people who write it in for it. So, for example, in the picture we have, Dear Amy, why don't women typically remove the hair on their arms, elbow to wrist? And the woman answered, no, not all women have hairy arms. Sorry, it's too small, but I've seen many women, etc. So when you write, yeah, I don't know, when you write to get some information to the newspaper and the person answered your questions on the column, okay? That is the advice column. And the next one, very nice as well, one of my favorite as well, the sports section, yeah? A section in the newspaper to inform about different sports. No? So here we have a sports section in the example of the picture. Okay. So basically, those are the parts of the newspaper. Okay. Here you have some other useful vocabulary for newspaper. We have circulation, the number of copies of the newspaper, edition, a particular version of a text, layout, the way articles are designed on a page. Edición, bueno, una versión del texto. Recuérdense que todos los textos los editan. Layout, the way articles are designed on a page, cómo se presenta el layout, es la presentación del artículo. Attention grabbing, a news story which draws public attention. Sí, como es una expresión de, I don't know, the news about the fiscal in Colombia are attention grabbing, yeah? Capturan la atención de una. Or about Álvaro Uribe are attention grabbing. The eye catching, a picture or layout which catches a person's eyes. Entonces, una foto que de una capta tu atención se le llama eye catching picture. In depth, with many details, ¿no? Como en detalle, mucho detalle sería in depth. Sensational news, en noticias que presentan como, sí, como algo, emoción pública o interés pública, se llaman sensational news, ¿no? Siempre las de la muerte y eso, in the newspaper are a hit. ¿Listo? Black and white, el color que se imprime, black and white. Direct quotation, eso es importante que lo vamos a ver. Direct quotation, words taken directly from what a person has said, ¿no? A quotation es cuando decimos algo exactamente como lo dijo la persona. No, ojo, no es parafrasear, sino decimos exactamente las palabras que dijo en comillas, quotations. Okay. What else? Paparazzi, well, very famous. Front page, la página principal, the first page. Supplementary magazine, a magazine which sometimes is green free in a newspaper. Por ejemplo, en El Tiempo, a veces llega la revista Motor, ¿no? A eso se le llamaría supplementary magazine. Black issue, que es una edición vieja de un periódico, se llama Black issue. Subject matter, el tema como que están hablando en el artículo. Entonces, the subject matter of the column in the newspaper, ¿sí? Como que el tema de la columna, ese tema se le dice subject matter. The proofreader, a person who checks the text for errors, una persona que revisa los textos para revisar errores, ¿no? Fact checkers, a person who checks the newspaper facts and information. Antes de publicar un artículo, tienen que entrar estos fact checkers a revisar si esa información es cierta. Hot off the press, the news that had just been printing on a very recent. O sea, como que la hot off the press sería como la news that has just been printed in a very recent. Sí, como noticias muy recientes, como lo que está sonando en el momento, ¿no? Lo que está en el momento sonando se llama hot off the press. Readership, the collected readers of the newspaper. Issue, la última, an important topic for a debate, a copy of the newspaper. Entonces se entiende como dos cosas, como un tema importante y el otro es como una copia de un periódico, se le dice issue. ¿Ok? Ok, very nice. Activity 2, very quick. Very shortly, muy corto aquí en estas 4 líneas, describe using your own words what is your favorite section of the newspaper. Entonces, muy cortico ahí, en inglés, ¿no? Using your own words, usando sus propias palabras, me digan cuál es su sección favorita del periódico y por qué, ¿no? Dando ahí details, ¿listo? Y vamos a hacer, please develop the next crossword, vamos a hacer este crucigrama, ¿listo? Usando las pistas. Sobre el vocabulario, ¿listo? Para repasar vocabulario, entonces leen la pista. Across, acuérdense que across es así, across, y down, el que está ahí down es hacia abajo. Across, down. Entonces ahí está number 2, number 5, number 6, 9. Y aquí están los numeritos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ok, 18. Ahí está. So lean la descripción and write the correct word. ¿Listo? Son el vocabulario que acabamos de ver. ¿Listo? Ok, let's go to the next topic. Vamos a revisar el tema 2. Voz pasiva in simple present. ¿Ok? La voz pasiva en presente simple que en español también existe. ¿Listo? Ok, primero la definición. Let's check how to use the passive voice in the English language. Basically, it's necessary to use the passive voice when the object, esta es la palabra clave, when the object becomes the most important information of the speaker. We normally use this grammar when we talk about arts, news, or books, or etc. No? All right, so, but normally we use the passive voice when we talk about books, or arts, or news, no? Like I said here in the class. When we talk, we normally do it in active voice. For example, my father writes many books. Active voice in simple present, ¿no? Entonces, ¿qué es la voz activa? In this case, el sujeto, que sería el papá, is performing the action. Está tomando la acción, ¿no? Realizando la acción, digámoslo así. ¿Ok? Esto es voz activa. ¿En qué tiempo? En presente simple, viene un sujeto, un verbo y un complemento u objeto en este caso. ¿No? Lo puse objeto porque lo necesito para el passive voice, ¿ok? Así se habla normalmente. En voz activa donde el sujeto es el que realiza la acción, ¿ok? In passive voice, en la voz pasiva, que es lo que vamos a ver, when the object, aquí en este caso el sujeto era papá, father, ¿cierto? En este caso el sujeto es el papá. Entonces ahí es voz activa. But when the object, y el objeto aquí serían los libros, ¿cierto? El objeto de la oración. Cuando era en español, ¿no? Que hay un sujeto, un verbo predicado y un complemento u objeto, ¿no? En este caso es objeto, serían los libros, books. No es que sea un objeto, ¿no? Físicamente un objeto, sino que es el objeto de la oración, ¿ok? Pilas. Entonces, the object, many books, ¿ok? Entonces, when the objects, aquí cuando el objeto, when the object performs the action, ya no el sujeto, sino el objeto realiza la acción, we use passive voice. Ahí es donde entra esto, passive voice. For example, la misma oración, pero ahora el objeto es el que va a ser el más importante, el que va a realizar la acción. Y aquí está. Many books are written by my father. Entonces aquí el papá ya no tiene tanta importancia en la oración, sino lo que más importa es los libros, el objeto de la oración. Okay? So, many books are written by my father. Okay? As you see here, we have object, the verb to be, the verb in past participle, and the complement. Okay? This is the grammar structure of the passive voice. ¿Listo? Entonces, acuérdense que todo tiene como un orden gramatical. Este sería como el orden gramatical de la voz pasiva. Aquí igual se los puse nuevamente. Entonces, the previous sentence is using the passive voice because the object, este es el que está haciendo la acción en los libros, ¿ok? Ahí cambia y se cambia la estructura passive voice. ¿Okay? ¿Cómo es la estructura? Entonces, objects, the verb to be, ¿en qué tiempo? In simple present. Entonces, acuérdense el verbo to be en presente simple. Am, is, are. ¿Sí? I am, you are, I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, they are, we are. ¿Ok? Esa es la conjugación. Verbo to be in simple present. Eso ya lo han visto. Plus, aquí le vamos a sumar el verbo, pero ¿en qué tiempo? En su participio. ¿Ok? El verbo en participio. Plus the complement. ¿Ok? Plus the complement. Entonces acá el sujeto, entonces, perdón, el objeto es books, entonces many books. Como books es plural, entonces el verbo to be es are, nos podría ser is. El verbo, acuérdense que el verbo era escribir, si ven lo de acá, mira, my father writes many books. Acuérdense que le pongo ese aquí en presente simple cuando es tercera persona. So the verb is write. The past participle, el participio de este verbo write es este, written, que ya lo han visto en presente, ¿no? By, y el complemento se utiliza este by my father, esta preposición by my father. ¿Ok? Ok, more examples. Con los ejemplitos es más fácil. Active voice, un ejemplo en voz activa, normal. My sister washes the dishes. Mi hermana lava los platos. Voz activa sin presente simple. La voy a transformar a voz pasiva. Entonces, los platos, que sería mi objeto ahora, va primero. The dishes, pues como es plural, dishes, el verbo to be es are. ¿Listo? ¿Cuál es el verbo acá? Wash, lavar. Es un verbo regular, entonces su participio solo es con ed. ¿Ok? Y la preposición by y el complemento, mi hermana. The dishes are washed by my sister. ¿Qué traduciría esto en nuestro idioma? Sería como los platos. Los platos. Los platos son lavados por mí. Sería la traducción en Spanish para que sepan cómo se traduce esa voz pasiva. Los platos son lavados por mi hermana. ¿Ok? ¿Listo? Otro ejemplo. Farmers grow tea in China. Voz activa. Los granjeros crecen o cultivan, perdón, té en China. Active voice. La voy a pasar a voz pasiva. Entonces, mi objeto, ahora que sería el té en China, pasa a ser principal. Tea in China. Entonces, como estamos hablando del té, es singular, el verbo to is. El verbo es grow, el participio es grown. Y el complemento, by farmers. Okay? Another example, the reporter informs the news. Entonces, the news, active voice. Ahora en passive voice, the news are informed by the reporter. Okay? News first, verb to be are, inform, el verbo es regular con by the reporter. Another example, Colombians speak Spanish. Los colombianos hablan español. Active voice. Voz pasiva, entonces ahora ya. Spanish, español, is, que es singular, spoken, el participio del verbo speak, irregular, by Colombians, passive voice. Okay? Easy, esa es la primera voz pasiva, okay? Very easy. In the document attached, you will find this other document, okay? I am going to send also this document here. Okay, so please develop the document or do exercise 1, exercise 2, and exercise 3, okay? Yeah, related to present simple with passive voice, okay? So read the instructions and complete these activities as well, okay? That's it, guys, no more. See you later in class, and I will explain everything, okay? But this is your first video for the first class, okay? Thank you so much. If you have any question or something, I will be in touch during the second part of the class, okay? So see you later.